Kamala Harris questioned my loyalty to this country. That's the word she used, loyalty.
How dare she?
And it's an interesting word, simplify, loyalty, because there is no greater sign of disloyalty to this country than what Kamala Harris has done at our southern border. And I'd like to ask the Vice President, what has she done to question my loyalty to this country? I served in the United States Marine Corps. I went to Iraq for this country.
She ain't even black. She lying.
Technically, she was born in this country.
Canadian.
Just I was born in this country.
I built a business for this country.
Look at them Somalians.
And my running mate took a bullet for this country. So my question to Kamala Harris is, what the hell have you done to question our loyalty to the United States of America?
All right, JD. Nah, he was turned up like that.
All right, JD.
That's the best thing I ever heard him say.
He gonna complain to that.
There goes some oil right there, boy.
That's the best thing I ever heard him say.
And the answer, my
Somalians
friends, is nothing. So let's send a message to the media. Let's send a message to Kamala Harris. Let's send a message to every hardworking patriot from Minnesota across the country. We are ready to have President Donald J. Trump back, and we're going to work our tails off to make sure it happens. God bless you all. Thank you. And thank you for having me, Minnesota, a great state.
Minnesota's like one of the bluest states in America.
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all think Wisconsin was different? Minnesota downtown is insane.
I would be scared to go in Minnesota.
Nah,
it's
JD
a freaking liberal cesspool.
And JD just got some more points from me though, right there, man. Because I hadn't seen too much of him, but he did show a little.
That's the best. That's the best.
He showed a little aura right there.
I've ever seen him have.
He's trying to say
facts.
Yeah, he be underground.
He turned me up a little bit.
And this is weird.
This was American. Hey, this how you say it? Somalians?
Somalians for Trump.
Bro,
The Somalians
come on.
like, yeah.
They there now.
And you know what's
y'all.
making crazy? The head woman is Somalian in Minnesota, and she changed the flag.
Is she the head woman?
Yeah,
She's the governor.
No,
I think she's like
She's not the head woman.
It must be deep out there.
She's,
She's not the head woman
I
then.
forgot what she does. But that's the lady that was
She's a
saying,
senator.
"This is our country." I remember that. I don't
She's
know.
a
Is she
Minnesota
Somalian?
senator. Yeah, she's a Somalian. She ain't no damn American. She ain't black.
Well, if you got your citizenships
JD.
legally,
I think she's
you are American now.
I think
Yep.
she's a politician,
JD.
representative of the 5th district.
We got some JD clips here, guys.
Let's see him.
People have been saying a lot of stuff about JD, man.
Yeah,
They've been
they
calling
have.
him racist and all types of
Yeah,
stuff.
I
man.
seen that.
How you racist and got an Indian wife? But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into some clips.
Why have we let the Democrat Party become controlled by people who don't have children? Now, let me do the necessary throat clearing because I do think it's important.
Wow.
Look, a lot of people are unable to have kids for very complicated and important reasons. I know, good friends of mine who have struggled to find the right girl, find the right guy. There are people, of course, for biological reasons, medical reasons, that can't have children. The target of these remarks is not them. It's important to point that out. There have always been people like that who, even though they would like to have kids, unable to have them. Let's set them to the side. It is one thing to recognize that there are people who don't have children. It's one thing to recognize that there are people who don't have children through no fault or choice of their own. I want to take aim at the left, specifically the childless left, because I think the rejection of the American family is perhaps the most pernicious and most evil thing that the left has done in this country. What I was basically saying is that we're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made, and so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. And it's just a basic fact. You look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children. And how does it make any sense that we've turned our country over to people who don't really have a direct stake in it? I just wanted to ask that question and propose that maybe if we want a healthy ruling class in this country, we should invest more, we should vote more, we should support more people who actually have kids, because those are the people who ultimately have a more direct stake in the future of this country. And these people recognize that they're unhappy. They live in one-bedroom apartments in New York City. They've played their entire lives to win a status game. They're obsessed with their jobs. They're obsessed with their wealth and with their fortunes. And they look at middle America, people who are actually pretty happy with their lives and the choices that they've made. And they hate normal Americans for choosing family over these ridiculous DC and New York status games. When somebody calls out that, look, if you're a miserable cat lady, you should not force your misery on the rest of the country, they just get really upset about it. You know this, Tucker. The most miserable people in the mainstream media are these mediocre journalists who have their entire sense of self-worth wrapped up in their crappy jobs instead of in their families.
I'm not gonna lie, he was cooking. I actually think he cooked right there.
No, he did. That's a great point.
He did,
I don't disagree with anything he said.
I feel like having kids, I don't know, but from what I've seen from people, having kids changes your perspective on a lot of things. So
100%. My brother has a baby.
Fair point.
He used to think like Republicans are racist, and then one day he just texted me and was like, yo, what is all this shit the Democrats doing? So I want my daughter getting down with that shit.
I'm putting that in my bag, what you just said right there, brother. My backpack, I'm on zipping and I'm adding that to
his repertoire.
That was a great point. I don't know what was weird about that.
And in Louisiana, the Daily Advertiser reports that the United States birth rate is down as fewer adults want to have kids. According to a 2023 Pew Research survey, 47% of childless adults under 50 say they aren't planning on having any children. Many younger adults say they want to focus on other things instead and raise concerns about the state of the world and the costs associated with raising a child. Some older adults say they don't have kids due to medical reasons or because they haven't found the right partner. And Molly, the stats are there. More and more Americans choosing not to have kids, which again emphasizes why J.D. Vance's comments about childless Americans, childless cat ladies, could be so politically damaging.
Well, so what's interesting is this natalism that comes from an authoritarian playbook, right? That there need to be more white children, right? That's the idea that there's,
Let's see what she says, man.
This is a miserable cat lady.
Let's give her a chance.
No man is beating that down and locking that down. I know for a fact.
Somebody is right.
Choosing not to have kids. This which again emphasizes why J.D. Vance's comments about childless Americans, childless cat ladies, could be so politically damaging. Not to have kids, which again emphasizes why J.D. Vance's comments about childless Americans, childless cat ladies, could be so politically damaging.
Well, so what's interesting is this natalism that comes from an authoritarian playbook, right? That there need to be more white children, right? That's the idea that there's, this is about great replacement theory, racism, right? This is what this. Don't misunderstand it for him wanting more children. He wants a certain kind of, racist thing. So I would say, it's certainly true, and attacking people for not having children is really cool, right? Because some people can't have children, some people, want to have children, and can't, miss the window. So I do think it's really just a very terrible way to go after people.
Yeah, it's so interesting. We live in this news cycle of politicians, people say stupid things, and then the parade moves on. This J.D. Vance parade is not going to move on. There was just something that hit a nerve with people. As I said, you use the word cruel, I use the word cruel, that I think Vance, I don't know if Vance is here in the end. We'll see.
I'm rocking with JD after what I just heard, man.
Me too. That's annoying.
Y'all got JD messed
She's
up,
weird, bro.
No,
Molly,
she's weird. Since we're going to call people weird, let's keep it real. No,
She's probably gay.
She's weird.
Literally, here's a picture of her
with a cat in her
with
hand.
a dog.
Oh, I thought that was a cat.
Says she's married. I don't believe that.
He got little Vivek's.
He doesn't even have
No,
a
his
wife,
son's
kid.
name is literally Vivek, I'm pretty sure. I'm not joking.
He's going to be a genius.
Yeah,
I might
so
name my damn son Vivek.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, Vivek and Mirabelle.
Yeah, man. These people here, man.
They'll say
they said he
anything
wants
to
white
push their.
children.
And you know what? The problem is, this is why we keep wondering why so many people on the left believe what they believe. It's because they sit here and watch TV, and then that's crazy.
You want to know what's
They sit here and watch TV and believe what they say it is true, and then they see that they go around telling people, bro, this and that. He's trying to do the great race replacement theory, and then he wants more white children, and then they don't even know the whole time his kids aren't white.
You want to know something? You remember when we was kids and your parents used to tell you, don't believe everything you see on TV, just for adults to go around and grow up and believe everything they see on TV? Just damn dummies.
And I remember in computer class, they would teach us, how to identify false news versus non-false news. But it seems like all the people just act like they skipped that day.
So her post are protected.
I literally,
she's private.
when I was in college, I had a class, mass comm class, and we went over fake news. And my teacher, literally, this was when Trump was in office. This is when I was an undergrad. My teacher was like, "Yeah, Trump's right. A lot of the media is fake. You have to realize a lot of shit is clickbait. It's trying to get you to influence your thinking." And I remember I'm thinking, this is the most boring class ever. But I remember her saying that. And I remember when we covered fake news. This is some damn fake news. I didn't think you would be married. He's a sick man.
Just
That
to
was
say
crazy
that,
to
just
me.
to say that, and it just not even be true at all.
Yeah, that's what kills me.
Like that shows you just made that up completely.
Oh, they're trying to push a
I ain't
narrative.
gonna
made it
lie.
up.
After
They're trying to
today,
push
Like you
the
can say
narrative.
that you would try to use an argument against someone else who has a wife that we would. It would be, obviously we wouldn't agree with it. But the fact that you can't, then what are you saying? What are you
Facts. The
saying?
fact that your criticism of his argument doesn't even apply to his actual reality of his children and wife should tell you everything you need to know about what they're trying to do.
and if you believe that, delusional. Whoa.
Well, some people won't know.
Misinformed.
They just see
Yeah,
a
they
white
think-
man. He probably got
think
white
that-
kids.
Yeah, they assume.
Yeah,
and
they
they
ain't gonna do
assume,
that.
but they're on TV. They can't lie, bro.
Yeah,
It's
they ain't taking
MSNBC,
They ain't
bro.
gonna do no extra
It's a
research to look up
reliable
his
source.
kids. You think they go JD
Exactly.
Vance family like we
They're not
just
gonna
did
do
in
it.
this
Exactly.
bit.
Exactly. They know people won't do that, so they misinform you.
These people just, I didn't want to call. I didn't think I was gonna come on here and just call them liars, man. But that's
Nah,
just literally
facts.
what it is.
Nah, we knew
And
that
I thought we
already.
was gonna actually be debating about.
We
you know,
knew this already.
This policy. I thought it was gonna be
Nah.
actual debate.
Racist.
This stuff isn't a debate.
He's racist,
Literally.
sexist,
Hail Mary. Huh.
homophobic.
Hail Mary.
Let us know what y'all think, guys.